Hello students, good morning. We are discussing the sixth chapter, banking. Yes, in the last class we have completed the commercial bank and its function, primary function, secondary function and other functions. In this video we have to discuss about non-banking financial institution and central bank. What is the meaning of central bank and functions of the central bank? Okay, let me discuss. Let me discuss about non-banking financial institution, NBFI. What is this? A non-banking financial institution or non-banking financial company. It is a financial institution that does not have full banking license or is not supervised by central bank. It means the NBFI bank does not have any license like a commercial bank. Okay, and this is not supervised by RBI. Understood? The NBFIs do not carry on pure banking business like commercial bank or central bank, but they will carry on other financial transactions like receiving deposits, giving loans, and they mobilize people's savings. Okay, from here to there, mobilizing the people's savings and use the funds to finance expenditure. See here, finance expenditure, they are using the savings of the people. For what? On the investment activities. Suppose the entrepreneur asking loan, they can immediately provide. In short, they are institutions which undertake borrowing and lending. So, simply we are saying the banks are simply doing their work, borrowing and lending. They operate in both the money and the capital markets. This is their work. So NBFI can be broadly classified into two categories: stock exchange and other financial institutions. So that under the latter category comes finance companies, finance corporations, chit funds, building societies, issue houses, investment trusts and unit trusts and insurance companies. These are all coming under non-banking financial institution. Can you understand? Okay. These are the NBFI. The next one is central bank. Central bank is a reserve bank, isn't it, or monetary authority of a country. So that a central bank, reserve bank, which is reserve bank or monetary authority, is an institution that manages a state's currency, money supply and interest rates. Everything the monetary authority. Who is monetary authority? The central bank is a monetary authority. They only managing all the activities of the money supply, rate of interest and currency. Central banks also usually oversee the commercial banking system of their respective countries. So that central banks also usually oversee. Oversee means governance. Governance the commercial banks and all. Over a country fully, how many commercial banks is there? That and all covered by central banks. Functions of central bank, which means Reserve Bank of India, RBI. So central bank is otherwise known as RBI, Reserve Bank of India. The Reserve Bank of India is India's central banking institution which controls the monetary policy of the Indian rupee. So just now I said, they monitoring currency, money supply and rate of interest. The central bank controls the monetary policy of the Indian rupee. It commenced its operation on 1st April 1935 in accordance with the Reserve Bank of Act 1934. Okay, this is one more question, underline it. The original share capital was divided into shares of rupees 100 each fully paid. This is the shares. Okay, the share capital divided into 100, which were initially owned entirely by private shareholders. Okay, private shareholders invited by them and divided. Following India's independence on 15th August 1947, the RBI was nationalized on 1st January 1949. So that after the India's independence 1947, the RBI was nationalized on 1st January 1949. Okay, this is one more question. And the monetary authority. Central bank working as a monetary authority. So initially I said about that they are functioning or working as a monetary authority of a country. So monetary authority, it controls the supply of money in the economy to stabilize exchange rate, maintaining healthy balance of payment, attain financial stability, control inflation, strengthen the banking system, everything they monitor. Who? The central bank only monitoring all those activities. What are the activities? Maintaining exchange rate and maintain healthy balance of payment, which means whatever import and exports, goods and services, which is called balance of payment, it should be healthy. So the healthy balance of payment also maintained by central bank and attain financial stability. So there is no inflation and deflation. And neutrally they have to maintain, which means attain financial stability, control inflation and strengthen the banking system. Then they are issuing currency. Who? The central bank issuing currency. The objective is to maintain the currency and credit system of the country. Their main objective. What are the main objectives? So, maintaining currency and the credit system of the country. It is the sole authority to issue currency. They only have the rights to issuing currency. That's why they saying it is the sole authority. Who? Central bank is a sole authority to issuing currency. It also takes action to control the circulation of fake currency, like Modi did, So that like that they only taking action to control the circulation of fake currency. So monetization taken by the Modi government initially, isn't it? For what purpose he changed? The circulation of fake currency. Okay? And destroying the circulation of fake currency, he took that action. The issuer of banking license. Central bank working as a issuer of banking license. As per Section 22 of Banking Regulation Act, every bank has to obtain a banking license from RBI to conduct banking business in India. So that even though the private bank or the government commercial banks, they should get the permission from the RBI, which is license. Okay, according to the Section 22 of the Banking Regulation Act. So every bank should have the banking license from the RBI. Then only they have to further conduct their business in India. Okay, then we have to see the Reserve Bank of India, history of Reserve Bank of India. We should understand and we should know about the Reserve Bank of India's history. So what are they? The Reserve Bank of India, which means RBI, formed on April 1, 1935 in accordance with RBI Act 1934. Just now I taught. Yes? And then nationalized on January 1st, 1949. Fully owned by Government of India. The headquarters of RBI moved from Calcutta to Mumbai in 1937. Osborne Smith was the first governor of RBI. One more question they may ask. Okay, these are the history of RBI. What about administration? See there, it is the central bank or regulator for the bank in India. So it is called central bank. This is also a regulator of all the Bank of India or monetary authority. Okay, also called lender of last resort. It will come in your 1 marks. Okay, also called Reserve Bank of India, also called lender of last resort. Governors and 4 deputy governors along with a central board of directors appointed by Government of India. So 4 deputy governors along with central board of director appointed with government. Then functions. What are the functions of RBI? Issues currency. So they are issuing currency. Bankers to the government. They acting as a bankers to the government. It collects receipt of funds and makes payments on behalf of the government. Okay. Instead of government, they are collecting receipts and funds. They are regulator of the monetary authority. Okay, money supply. So that the banking system regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. Custodian of Forex. The RBI is the custodian of Forex. Forex means foreign country money, exchanging foreign currency. And controller of credit. Every credit controlled by RBI. Understood? These are the history, administration, functions of Reserve Bank of India. Then, the process of issuing paper currency was started in the 18th century. Private banks such as the Bank of Bengal, the Bank of Bombay and the Bank of Madras first printed paper money. These 3 banks were first printed their paper money. The first rupee was introduced by Shesha Suri based on a ratio of 40 copper pieces, which is paisa, okay, per rupee. The name was derived from Sanskrit word rapya, okay, rapya. It means silver. Each banknote has its amount written in 17 languages, English and Hindi on the front of 15 other on the back. English and Hindi in the front side and 15 other languages printed on the back side, which is illustrated the diversity of the country. The 17 languages illustrates our diversity of country. Okay, diversity in unity, unity in diversity. We can say, this is explained by these rupees. Banker to the government. So Reserve Bank of India working as a banker to the government. We know that. How can they working as a banker to the government? It acts as the banker both to the central and the state government. Okay, both the central and state government, they working as a banker to the government. It provides short-term credit. It can provide short-term credit to the center and state governments. It manages all new issues of government loans, servicing the government debts outstanding and nurturing the market for the government securities, and then it advises the government on banking and financial subjects. So everything they governing. What are they? Debt, loan and services, securities of the government, everything controlled under the RBI. So that it is called bankers to the government. Then bankers bank. Reserve Bank of India working as a bankers bank. RBI is the bank of the all banks in India as it provides loan to banks, accept the deposit of banks and rediscount the bills of banks. Commercial banks doing their work and receiving deposit from the public. Such a way, the RBI also receiving deposit from the commercial banks, okay, commercial banks and private banks, and providing loan to the commercial banks, and also accepting the bills and securities and rediscount the bills and checks, everything. That's why bankers bank, okay. Then lender of last resort. The bank can borrow from RBI by keeping eligible securities as collateral at the time of need or crisis when there is no other source. Suppose the bank, commercial bank, for example, a commercial bank having any crisis means any difficulty, any difficult situation. At that time, without any sources, there is no any reserves in the commercial bank. So the eligible securities as a collateral at the time of need or crisis of the commercial bank, they can give loans. So that they saying the commercial bank can borrow from the RBI when the commercial bank experiencing the crisis. At that time, without any securities and collateral cost, they can borrow from the RBI. That's why lender of last resort. RBI act as a clearinghouse for settlement of banking transaction. RBI manages 14 clearing houses. The central bank only the higher authority, isn't it? Governing all the commercial banks. So that settlement of banking transaction, RBI managing 14 clearing houses. Through the 14 clearing houses, they facilitate the exchange of instruments and processing of payment instruction. So they giving instruction to the commercial banks for everything, the exchange of instruments. Instruments means deposit and loans, everything, credits, everything. And how can they processing the payment of balance? The instruction given by the RBI to the commercial banks through the 14 clearing houses. Custodian of foreign exchange reserve. It acts as a custodian of forex. We know that they are controlling the forex, isn't it? That's why they are called as custodian of forex of India. It administers and enforces the provision of Foreign Exchange Management Act, FEMA. We can say FEMA, which is Foreign Exchange Management Act. It was started in 1999. RBI buys and sells foreign currency to maintain the exchange rate of Indian rupee versus foreign currencies. So, because of balancing the Indian currency with the foreign currency, they can sell and buy the exchange of money, okay, Indian currency. So that they are called custodian of foreign exchange reserve. It regulator of economy. It works as a regulator of economy. It controls the money supply in the system, monitor different key indicators like GDP, deflation, etc. These are all controlling by and regulating by the RBI. Okay, what are they? Indicators, which means index. Okay, every index and GDP, inflation, everything controlled and regulated by RBI. Managing government securities. The RBI managing government securities also. RBI administers investment in institution when they invest specified minimum proportion of their total asset. So, in the government securities, the RBI administer investment. Okay, so that's why they managing the government securities, the government asset and liabilities, everything managing by the RBI. Then they are working as regulator and supervisor of payment and settlement system. So that the payment and settlement system and all governed by RBI. The Payment and Settlement System Act, it also has Act 2017, which was passed. It gives RBI oversight authority for payment and settlement system in the country. Overall, everything, the authority governed by the RBI for making settlement and payment. RBI focuses on development and functioning of safe, secure and efficient payment and settlement mechanism. They monitoring the efficient payment and efficient settlement mechanism in the safe and securing system. Then developmental role. The developmental role is included the development of the quality of banking system in India and ensuring that credit is available to the productive sectors of the economy. So that the developmental role also working are done by the RBI. So development also, it also helps in expanding the access to affordable financing services. It always helping the affordable financial services to the government and promoting financial education and literacy to the government. So that it is playing vital role in the development of country. The next one is publisher of monetary data and other data. They only governing all the authorities of money supply, isn't it? Money supply, rate of interest, foreign exchange, everything. That's why they maintaining some data and statistical data about money. Okay, that's why they only can publish monetary data and other data. RBI maintain and provides all essential banking and other economic data. They formulating and critically evaluating the economic policies in India. Banking Ombudsman Scheme. So RBI introduced the Banking Ombudsman Scheme in 1995. This may be asked in your own mark. Under this scheme, the complainants can file their complaints in any form. If the commercial bank can complain about anything in the form of online or also appeal to the ombudsman against toward the award and the other decisions of the banks. Banking Codes and Standard Board of India. To measure the performance of the RBI against the Codes and Standard Board on established global practices, the RBI has set up the Banking Codes and Standard Board of India, which is called as BCSBI. What is that? Banking Codes and Standard Board of India. Because they have to evaluate about the performance of the RBI. So that today you learnt about what is central bank, non-banking financial institutions and functions of commercial banks. Here the 16 points, 16 heading given about the functions of central bank. Okay, you have to write the test about non-banking financial institution and Reserve Bank of India, history, administration, function, everything you have to write. The 16 function you must write. Okay, you send your paper to me and post your comment in the group. Okay.